Okay, wonderful. So what we are going to talk about today is about how science is completely changing the way we age. We are going to talk about our what we eat, how we think, and what we use. It's going to influence simply your life and how you are going to age. And that's what we would like to talk about. I am actually a PhD in electrical engineering, and I was absolutely not looking for a product or for anything to do with promotions or anything like that. I was a university professor working on research in biomedical field. But my husband here, like many people right now in United States and around the world, have problems with joints and with skin. And they have, actually the latest statistics shows that every third person in US has a problem with one or more joints. My husband, who is right here, he is eating correctly, he was exercising, and still he was not able to lift his right arm without the help of the left arm. It was so bad that he couldn't sleep at night. He was on the painkillers, and it was really, really bad. And the doctors, when he went to the top orthopedic surgeons and the top here doctors, they after the careful examinations, they told him that he has only two solutions. That surgery is out of question because his shoulder is too damaged, so he needs to have a total reverse joint replacement, or he will live with pain to the end of his life. And he asked, well, if I do the joint replacement, can I water ski? Can I be active in sports? And they said, absolutely not. You need to be very, very careful when after this. So he decided that he's not going to do it. And they said, haha, we keep your file here because you will be back. And so he was really very upset when he came home, and he said, what is our alternative? I don't want this joint replacement. And fortunately, we have a neighbor, and the neighbor, Elizabeth, he was born with arthritis. And all her life, she is coming from a very rich family, so money was not an issue. They tried everything what is on the market to stop her arthritis, and they couldn't. She already had acupuncture. She had all the possible medications, which destroyed her liver. She couldn't take any medications anymore. And she finally, decided that she had both hips replaced, and she was waiting on a wheelchair for a knee replacement, where her massage therapist told her, listen, try this by yourself because I have amazing results with a lot of my patients and my clients. And she didn't believe because all her life she tried everything. But she said, okay, it's natural, doesn't hurt me. Okay, give it to me. She tried it. And after a few months, it helped her so much that she never had her knee replaced. She today walks normally, even goes to a gym and teaches yoga. So she came to my husband and she said, Alan, try it because that's the only thing that helped me. My husband is very skeptical. And he said, it's impossible. It's like a snake oil. I cannot drink something that can rebuild my joints. But he had no choice because he didn't want the joint replacement. So he said, okay, give it to me. It's only money. The first month, it didn't work. The second month, the pain increased. So he knew something is happening. And the third month, suddenly, he called me to the kitchen and he said, look, I could move my arm. I could take the milk out of the refrigerator. Today, he's doing over 10 chin-ups, push-ups, and he tells me he has brand new shoulder. And he came to me and he said, Grazyna, you are scientist. Look into that because that what happened to me is a pure miracle. We have obligation to help people because people don't know about that. So I started studying it, and I base my studies like a scientist on clinical studies. So I read there were 37 published independent clinical studies and also 7 US patents. And I noticed that's the only thing on the market in the world that can rebuild your connective tissue, rebuild your synovial fluid, and rebuild your joints. And as a side effect, it makes your skin beautiful, rebuilds your skin from inside out. So when I learned about this, and when I saw my husband, I grabbed this bottle and I ran to a doctor's office. And I said, listen, you gave my husband two choices. And I want to tell you that I found the third solution. Let me give a lecture here so that people can know that they have the third solution. And the doctors, that was the manager, that was the director of that orthopedic center, closed the door, and he told me, the doctors will never let you to give a lecture here because the doctors make money on performing surgeries. So I said, okay, I am talented. So I will use my talent and I will tell everybody who wants to listen that there is a third solution, that people don't have to go through the joint replacement. They have to prevent and rebuild their joints, rebuild connective tissue. And I will tell you why this works and how it differs from anything else on the market. So first of all, understand what happens when we age. I wrote down all the things. I mean, there are not all, but the main things, what happened when we age. But the most important is to understand everything happens on a cellular level. And we have the whole collagen level goes down. We lose flexibility. Immune system is less efficient. Digestive system slows down. We have to address all those issues from the not symptoms point of view, but why this is happening to our body. And this is one of the most important slides, and I am happy, Beth, that you managed to stay to understand this, because with you understand this, you will understand most of the stuff. This is what is the most important, what happens to our body. We have the blue line is the collagen level in the body. The gray line is the hyaluronic acid. I know it's a difficult word. I know most of us don't know about it, but this is amazingly important what we when we have. And as you see here, when the baby is built, it has a little bit collagen because the body is small, but a lot of hyaluronic acid. And that's why when the baby gets even cut and surgery, it heals immediately because they have tons of hyaluronic acid in their body. They're a beautiful skin. The flexibility is amazing. And then we grow, and when we stop growing, we start losing both hyaluronic acid and collagen, about 15% every 10 years. We are drying out. And why the hyaluronic acid is so important? Because hyaluronic acid is that synovial fluid in the joints. That's what gives you possibility to move, the joints move. Hyaluronic acid is in our skin. And also, if you want to drink water, if you drink water and you don't have hyaluronic acid, you will have dehydration. So you will lose really you cannot hydrate your body. And if you don't hydrate your body, there is tons of other problems that shows up. So here is the skin, just to show you. When we have collagen and hyaluronic acid, this is the young skin, then everything, there is no wrinkles, nothing. But unfortunately, with the age, as we showed there, we are losing collagen, which is this brick, and also hyaluronic acid, which is the connection here, like the bricks. And then this collapses, and we develop wrinkles here. So just imagine if we would be able to replace this collagen and replace this hyaluronic acid, then we smoothen these wrinkles. And that's exactly what we are doing. And imagine that you are younger and you just don't allow this to happen. to the loss of this collagen and hyaluronic acid, then you will never develop those wrinkles. And that will be actually the best thing that can happen. And now as far as the joints go. So here is the joint, and you have one bone here, another here, and here is synovial fluid, right? Synovial fluid is built from this hyaluronic acid. So this is something amazing, that you cannot replace hyaluronic acid or this synovial fluid from anything else on the market. This is one of the biggest problems that orthopedic surgeons knew about and and they try to inject it. But when they inject something that has large molecule. I will tell about it later. So it is a filler. The same when they inject in the skin, that's a filler. So since this is a filler, then we are not able to rebuild our joint. The only thing what's going to happen is that we have removed the pain. So the company GMP Labs in California was the very first one after 20 years of research, and with the top scientists from the top universities in US, such as Cornell, Stanford. Somebody is speaking?
Mie nu-mi place numele ăsta.
The what?
Anka, I think you need to put yourself on mute.
Okay, so anyhow, so we have those three components, which is natural product that has all those three components, and which is totally amazing because it's not a collagen. It has to be a collagen matrix. And what is important is that it has to have the correct proportions. So here on the left is how our connective tissue is built. Okay, so as you see, it's mostly water, and they are those components here. And those components are drying out. That's what's happening. Here, the collagen and hyaluronic acid matrix, or the biocell, that's, if you calculate the proportions of this versus this, that's 1:1. So it mirrors how our body is built. So when you drink it, you will replenish in the body something that body loses, and the body recognizes it, and that's as its own substance. So you do not introduce anything outside, but you introduce something that body recognizes. And this is big because it's not what we take, it's not what we give to body, but what body recognizes and absorbs. That's what's important. Here is a doctor from Cincinnati. It says that this is why all the products on the market that have hyaluronic acid, cosmetics, there are tons of cosmetics and they are selling. They don't work. And this is what she says. The molecule is too large to be absorbed. So you waste your money. And the optimization of that molecule was a huge problem. Nobody knew how to do it. This company is the very first one on the market, on the world's market, that actually did optimize it. So this is one of the biggest discovery. This is what nobody, many scientists around the world try to solve, and nobody could. This is the very first product on the market that has optimized size of that molecule, hyaluronic acid. So for the very first time in the world, we are able to rebuild synovial fluid, and we are able to rebuild the connective tissue. So here is the clinical study showing that we can increase hyaluronic acid in 28 days, 6,000%, which is amazing. Normally, when the hyaluronic acid disappears or gets down, you cannot rebuild it from anything. So supplementation, this is the most important. And here is the next thing, what differs us from anything else on the market, many people take collagen products, but they don't work. I already said that none of the products with hyaluronic acid will work except for ours because of that molecule size. But here is the other reason, because most of the products, if you buy this collagens, which is the powder, or other collagens on the market, which do not have hyaluronic acid, and they have to be going to be digested, they are destroyed in the digestive tract and even can harm it. So doesn't make sense to even buy them or use them. Ours is absorbed from under your tongue directly to the molecule and rebuilds your body on a molecule level. So, and this is the last big slide which I want to show you. It's about hyaluronidase. This is an enzyme that kills hyaluronic acid. And this enzyme is very strong when you have bad food, when you have a lot of toxins in the environment, when you have a lot of stress, then you make this enzyme very strong. And this enzyme kills hyaluronic acid. So this enzyme really causes that we are aging quickly. So this product, if you take it on a full dosage, you actually deactivate. As you see here, more than 80% is being deactivated. And this is there is no way from any other product to deactivate this enzyme. So from one point of view, you deactivate hyaluronidase, and from other point of view, you rebuild hyaluronic acid. And this is huge discovery, because none of the products on the market can do neither of that. Neither of that. So that's why it works. And that's why it is so effective. So let me show you here another clinical trial. 90% of people have 40% improvement in joint discomfort in just 2 months. This is gray is placebo, and this is the double the double clinical studies. And here is also, if you check the dryness of your skin, this is without this product. This is on the scale, the dryness of the skin. And as you see here, the dryness drops almost 80% without the use of topical moisturizers. So that's amazing, because think about your internal organs. They shrink because we are drying out. So just imagine what will happen. They can actually work optimally, your whole body. So just to summarize, you need to take good care of your body if you want to, so slowly or gracefully age. And prevention is amazingly important. And what we eat is amazingly important, because at this moment, actually, we have epidemic of chronic illnesses. And this is mostly related to our lifestyle and our food. So this is very important, and also optimal supplementation. So it's very, very important to supplement and rebuild your connective tissue, because connective tissue is the most important thing in your body, because everything in your body is built of connective tissue. So remember, collagen is like a brick in the house, and hyaluronic acid like mortar connecting the brick. If you lose that 15 or 20% every 10 years, what happens to your house? Well, the same happens to our body. And if you just, and the body says, pain, gives a pain. Well, if you just remove the pain, which is removing the symptoms, we destroy our body even more, because we need to go to the cause why this all happens and start rebuilding it from inside out. It's like you're rebuilding your house, you know, before it collapses on your head. So that's very, very important. And this biocell is very unique because it's naturally occurring matrix of hyaluronic acid, chondroitin sulfate, and collagen in highly absorbable form. So what it means, the body recognizes it and says, please give it to me so that I can rebuild myself. And also it can absorb. It's 95 to 98% absorption rate. And it's not manufactured somewhere in a garage by somebody. It's manufactured in a facility that is in United States that is actually certified by the government, the FDA, NSF, NSF Sport, and so on. So that's also very important because it's under control. So it was created for joints, but obviously people who started taking it for joints, their friends said, what happened to you? Did you have a facelift? So the company said, wow, it rebuilds the skin as well. So they started clinical studies, and I will show you them in a second. And they found out that it actually activates, because it has collagen 2 for joints, but it activates collagen 1 and 3. So we activate all 3 main collagens in the body, which is amazing. And also you will see, it rebuilds your eyes. If you have the dry eye syndrome, it removes it. It rebuilds your gums. It helps your hair. And as I said, it helps your nails and connective tissue. And here are some examples. You see, this is after 3 months on the product. Look what happened to her neck and what happened to her face here. It's absolutely amazing. We have tons of research studies, and we have tons of awards. There are only few of them. In the main, I would say, for me, the most important is Frost and Sullivan, when they took all the products for bones and joints, including medication, so including pharmaceuticals, and we got the first prize, the best product in the world for bones and joints. And also later on, we got it for the skin. So just to sum it up, what is the unique that nobody else has? 37 clinical studies, 7 patents. Normally we do not have it for supplements. This is 100% natural product, as I said. It's made from single natural source that mirrors the joint natural composition. It utilizes patented bio-optimized process which ensures rapid absorption. As I said, 95 to 98%. It switches off the enzyme hyaluronidase that kills hyaluronic acid in our body. It helps rebuild connective tissue in our joints and skin. And also it's manufactured in United States in the facility that is certified by the government agencies. And it is in a liquid form. Forget about pills. I mean, they are absorbable in the best 20, 25%. We have absorptions 95, 98%. There is a comparison with other type of collagen products on the market. So even food in nature, why we cannot get it from food? Because in nature, hyaluronic acid, this is the molecule size, 200 to 300 kilodaltons. It is our body is not able to absorb it. Absorption rate is between 1.5 to 2.5. So obviously 300 will not go through 1.5. So it's always a filler. So it's not going to work. You can't rebuild it from food. This is from other collagen products, which is a liquid, like for example, bovine collagen. And as you see here, those collagens, first of all, they are hydrolyzed. So they have, it's okay absorption, but they have collagen type 1. So it works for the skin, but it will not rebuild your joints. And also you need 10 times more of this than hours, even to rebuild your skin. So why to do that? And this is also, they are pretty expensive. And finally, from fish and from egg shells, you see there is also collagen one. They have also the other one, the bovine one, doesn't have at all hyaluronic acid and chondroited sulfate. So it will never rebuild your, replenish hyaluronic acid in your body. This one, again, it has all three, but as you see, completely wrong proportions and much, much, much less of each of these components. So again, it's not going to work. So it's not going to rebuild your joints. It may little bit help your skin. So at this moment, there is nothing even close on the market to liquid biocell as far as rebuilding your joints and rebuilding your skin. And we have 4 different types, and they all have exactly the same amount of this biocell, what I was talking about, but they have different additions. So Live has 13 superfruits, which are very, very strong antioxidants and also anti-inflammatory benefits. And also it has resveratrol. Resveratrol is called elixir of youth. It activates the gene SIRT1. It's very strong antioxidant. It's it's absolutely amazing. So this is a powerhouse. Sport, which is in Europe right now, sport is again, obviously it works also on the muscles. It works on the focus. It works, give possibility for you to practice harder and also recover faster. A lot of people, young people, are taking sport because they can excel in their sports. They are performing much better than their competition. A lot of Olympic athletes in the United States are in sport. So this is amazing. And the people who want a skin, because the skin is the most important for them, then they take skin because they have ceramides and other fruits which are especially chosen to enhance your skin. And especially people who have some problems with skin, especially some illnesses or diseases, that with amazing help they can get. And also Pure is for people who do not want anything else except for biocell. They don't want fruits, they don't want anything else. And finally, we have the HIT. It is the bestseller, which is the Trim. Trim is combination of this biocell, which I was talking about. It's a half a dosage of biocell, isn't it, in one dose of Trim. But also it has Clarinol, CLA. It's clinical grade, so it has, because there are different these CLAs on the market. But this one is a clinical grade, which really is clean and it's really very concentrated. It reduces the amount of body mass, fat mass. It increases lean body mass. So what it means, removes the fat and rebuilds the muscles and improves the body composition. And this is how it works. A lot of people have stress, so it increases the cortisol level and the body produces toxin. Liver produces fat cells. Well, Trim suppresses cortisol level, shrinks the fat cells, and helps the toxification process. And this is especially important that it will help to remove the fat around the internal organs. So we burn fat and we promote sculptured, beautiful body. And this is what I want to pay attention, because even very slim people may have inner fat. Actually, most people, as far as I read the statistics, about 90% of people really have problems with more or less with the fat around the internal organs. And this is a killer. So removing it is not easy, but CLA does that. And also it has cancer prevention benefits, and also it prevents hardening of the blood vessels. So this is tremendous health benefit. It helps you look beautiful. It helps you feel great, rebuild your joints, rebuild your skin, and remove fat and sculpture your body. And I tell you, after a certain age, we are losing, no matter how much you exercise, we lose the mast tone. And this one will help you to rebuild it. Here is the change of the fat mass after 3 months. The gray is a placebo. The blue is on clarinol. So as you see here, especially on legs and on trunk, we are removing a lot of fat. And this one is another clinical studies to show you a realistic expectation. You have to be on the product minimum 3 months. This is not immediate, but it is regular usage when you will expect to achieve those results. So especially after month 3, you will start seeing amazing results. And we have, for people who are interested in that, we have the whole system, the lean body sculpturing system, which works tremendously. So it has the trim, it has the pills that help you with metabolism, which is they are fantastic. And also we have Activate. Activate is a cleanser. You have to clean your internal digestive system. So, and this is amazing because it doesn't cause you any diarrhea, it doesn't cause anything. It's simply you drink it in the evening 3 nights a month. So only 3 consecutive nights, and you clean the, and this is only once a month, right? For 3 nights, and you clean your digestive system. It's very important to clean it. And of course, I don't need to talk probably about the lifestyle that you have to drink water. But remember, if you don't drink water even, but you don't have hyaluronic acid at certain age, it just goes through you. So it's very important to replenish hyaluronic acid and drink a lot of water together. And then you hydrate your body. That's very, very important for your health. And then eliminate sugar drinks. Absolutely no to Coke or anything like that. Cut fried foods, cut white food like flour, rice, sugar, and move. At least walk. Don't have to run marathons, but move, light exercises. And how do you eat? Well, all the medical journals really show the benefits of the Mediterranean diet. It's much better than low-fat diet. And finally, those people who are interested in skin, and here is Edita, you know, she loves to do that, to have a beautiful skin, and she does have it, you know, she wants to keep it, not lose it. Well, we have finally serum that first serum on the market with hyaluronic acid that actually rebuilds the skin because it has optimized size of the molecule. It will go through and it rebuilds the skin. And we have award-winning, patented BioCell clinical grade. That's amazing. And also we have, if you combine it with the skin, then you have tremendous skin benefits. So cell-proof smoothes and condition the skin, provides age-defining antioxidants, boosts the appearance of tired-looking skin. Even if you are tired when you travel and you want to look good getting out of the plane, well, put the serum, you know, and you will look amazing, like you didn't travel. Reduce the appearance of 5 lines and wrinkles, and you can see it like within 5 minutes. So it produces rapid tightening effect of smoother looking skin. And what is fantastic that it actually, even if you wash it out, it still stays because it penetrates the skin. While other creams, they can look beautiful, but when you wash it out, that's it, because they are just on the surface. And here are some clinical studies. So as you see here, it replenishes in 8 weeks collagen in the skin 31.7%, and it reduces deep lines by almost 50% in 8 weeks. That's amazing. And already in 4 weeks, 45 and 3%. And also the deepness of your wrinkles and the length of the wrinkles all going to be reduced. And now we have the whole system, which is amazing price. So 2 bottles and 3 creams. So what are this? So one of the creams is that serum, which is this, and the other 2 you have right here: cell-proof moisturizer, and you have also mask. They all are awarded. They have awards, and they all are clinical studies, and they have all patents. So as you see here, that mask, it awakens and prepares the skin to receive the ingredients. So what it does, it is adds the when you wash the skin and you put it on, it will put oxygen, have oxygen in your skin, so it prepares it. Then you wash it out, you put the serum, and then after the serum you put the moisturizer, and the effects are phenomenal. And it's almost 50% discount on that. So here are some results. You see this 1 week on BioCell. This is 3 months. Look at the sign. This is 3 months. This one is 3 months. You see month by month. And this one is 3 months. This lady was so happy when she sent us the picture. And this one is also 3 months. Look at and this is what I advise people to do. They take a photo of your skin, because you will be amazed. You will not remember how it looked. And look at the hair of that gentleman, also 3 months. And this lady, she had a problem with brown spots. So what she did, she was 82 years old at the time, and she put serum, and she drank, of course, BioCell, but she put serum only on one arm, on this bottom one. I don't know if you can see it very well, but a lot of brown spots, when you see comparing to this top arm, a lot of brown spots really disappeared. And this is the lady. So this is Tara. Her name is Tara. She was at that time 82. And it was after 1.5 months.
That's not her.
It's her. It's her. We know her personally. It's her. 1.5, sorry, months, year, year, 1.5 year. It's her. She had, if you are interested, one time I tell you her story. She was under terrible stress here also. But that's another story. Actually, they make the program, TV program with her because of her story. She had a tragic story. But anyhow, whatever happened, this is her, and this is her after 1.5 years. And we knew her all the time. So, and this is the dog. Look at this dog. Why I put the dog? Because some people say it's placebo. This dog on the left is before BioCell, and on the right is 11 weeks after. So here it is. Can you see it? Because sometimes video.
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay, good. Because sometimes the video is not able to hear. Poor doggy. So, so that's the dog, and that's it. So now I can answer any questions you might have. Thank you.